Okay, so as promised, we're going to look over some prefixes right now. If you're still listening and still tuning in, I guess I haven't scared you off yet or bored you to death yet, or maybe I have, but you're sticking it out anyway. Either way, it's not going to get any more exciting right now because we're still dealing with the nuts and bolts of how things work. What I'm going to give to you now are a list of the common prefixes. These are, I would say, 90% or more, probably 95% of the prefixes you'll be using for the entire semester. I suggest learning them now because it'll make your life easier. However, it is a long list, and it's even going to be a longer list of suffixes when we get to those. So I'm going to just go down the list for you. I'm just going to pronounce the words, give you the definition. If I have any little things that I used to remember, I'll try to throw them in there and maybe give you some ideas of how to memorize these words. But this is going to be strict memorization. It is part of the class that's probably the most boring in terms of lecture. So this may not be exactly exciting. You may choose to look at the list without my narration. That's perfectly fine. However it makes you comfortable and however you can learn the best, I want you to do that. So let me go to our first slide here. So common prefixes, they're going to appear in alphabetical order. You have a study table that has these listed. One important thing I want you to know about the study tables, the study table is a guide that's used to take notes. You may find words on the study table that I don't talk about on the slides. If it's not on the PowerPoint, it's not on the exam. So if there's words on that study table that you're using that I don't give a definition for, you don't need to know it. I may give you definitions to words, there might be one or two, that are not on the study table. Once again, if it's in the PowerPoint, you need to know it. It might be on the study table, but not in the PowerPoint, then you don't need to know it. Okay, so here we go with our list. Once again, these are most of the prefixes, if not all of the prefixes you're going to need to know for this semester. A or an means without or not. Ab means away from. Think of the word abduction. When someone is abducted, they're taken away. Adduction means towards, and its prefix ad means toward. So that's like adding something to your body mass. If you move your arm from away to you, you're adding it to your body mass. Aniso means unequal. Anti, which is kind of out of our common English language, means against. Auto means self. And bi means two, like bicycle, a cycle with two wheels, bicycle. Very important word here, Brady, means slow. Circum means around, as in circumcision, for example. Con means against. Con means with. My apologies. Con means with. Contra means against. Crypt means hidden. I often think of the Egyptian pyramids, and they have a crypt hidden inside of the pyramid. That's how I remember that one personally. Dia means across or through. Dipple or diplo means double. Dis is going to be used a lot. It's when you really need to know. It means bad, painful, or difficult. I often think of the street language term to diss on someone. You say something bad to make them feel bad. And that's kind of how I orient that one, although we hope we don't engage in that practice. End or endo means inside or within. Epi means on, upon, or over. Eso means inward. Eu means normal or good, as in the word euphoria, which means to feel good. Euphoria meaning state or condition, eu meaning normal or good. So euphoria would mean feeling good. Eu is the prefix there. X, when I look at that word, I see that X and it makes me think outward, that those lines are moving outward away from the center. And that's literally what it means, outward, away from. And hemi, it's simply a geometric term meaning half. We have the term hetero, as in heterosexual, someone attracted to the opposite sex. I'm going to skip over hydro for a moment. I'm going to go to homo, and homo means same. So hetero different, homo the same. the same way we use those terms to to explain sexual orientation. Heterosexual, homosexual, those terms apply directly to the definitions you see here. There are two forms of the word hydro. You see our number 2 word here, hydro with an I, means sweat. And word number 4, hydro with a Y, means water. Hyper is excessive or above normal. Think hyperactive, right? Versus hypo, which is below, less than normal, or deficient. So those are kind of comparative analysis. There are two ends of the spectrum: hyper excessive, hypo, below, or deficient. Inter means between. Intra means within. Macro means large, as in the macro version of something. And micro means small, as in microscope, a scope we use to view something that's very small. I believe this next word, mal, is rooted in, well, it's rooted in Latin, but I believe it's used in Spanish as well. And I believe it has the same definition, meaning bad. Malnutrition would be poor nutrition. Meta means beyond. So it always makes me think of the word metaphysics, which is the study of and the understanding of things that happen beyond what we can understand in physics. It's beyond physics, metaphysics. Mono means one. For those of you who are into audio, you know that mono is half of a stereo image. Also, when you look at the word mono, you take away the M and change the O to an E, and you have the word one. So I don't know if that'll help you remember it, but that helps me remember it. Multi means many, much, more than usual. Neo means new. Nacht means night. And coincidentally, your first German lesson of the semester, the word Nacht means night in German as well. So they have a direct correlation there. And for our purposes, it's a prefix that will mean night. Nulli means none. Para means beside or near. Per means through. And peri means around. Now, if you recall earlier in this presentation, I gave you a word circum that also meant around, and peri means around. So you're going to find that there are many prefixes and suffixes that have the same definition, but they're different prefixes. Okay, and that you're just going to have that. Peri and circum are a perfect example of that. They both mean around. Which one do you use for which word? I'll let you know. And once, as we learn the words, once you get a feel for it, you'll kind of understand, oh, that's going to be used here and that's going to be used there. There are specific prefixes that will be used for specific words or for specific types of medicine, and others that will be used to describe the same thing, but there'll be a different word. So just keep in mind, if you see one word that has a definition, you see another word that has the same definition, that is not an error. That's just the way it works. As in multi, flip back for a second. Multi means many, much, more than usual. Poly means many, much, more than usual. How do you know which one to use? Trust me, I'll guide you to the right one for now. Once you get a feel, you'll just learn the words that way. Multi, poly mean the same thing. It means many, much, more than usual. Post means after. Pre means before. Pro also means before. So there you go. Two different prefixes, same definition. Which one do you use? You'll have to trust me on that one for now. Presby means old age. Primi means first. Pseudo means false. Quadra means four, and you can see the word quad right in there. And if you understand what the word quad means, you'll understand this prefix when you see it. Retro means behind or backward. Sub means under or below. Super means above or over, but so does supra. It also means above or over. Same concept I gave you before. Two different prefixes, exact same definition. Which are applicable? It depends on the word. And once again, rely on me. I will give you the right information so you know. Syn means together or joined, as in to synthesize something in chemical, or a word that we use in chemistry. Tachy means fast. I often think of a tachometer in a car, which is another word for speedometer. Tachy means fast. That's also an important word to have. Trans means across or through, kind of like dia meant earlier when we saw that. Tri means three. Think tricycle, 3 wheels. Ultra means beyond or excess. Uni means one. And xeno means strange or foreign. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You have just made it through all the word building rules, all the grammar, and all the prefixes you're going to need to know for this entire semester. Probably seems like a lot of information, and I won't lie to you, it is. Right now, I want you to work on those word building rules. Keep remembering those, and work on memorizing prefixes. Once we get all that done, then we're going to go ahead and look at suffixes and how they apply. And yeah, I won't start on suffixes just yet. I'm going to let you absorb everything I've given you now. Use the study materials. Use the quizzes to test your knowledge. And then we'll see where we are. We'll do assessment and evaluation midweek. And then we should move on to suffixes at that point. You're going to have a lot of those to learn. And they're going to be very, very important to your success in this class. Thanks for your time and attention. Go ahead and work with that material. Any questions, email me, or you can hit me up with questions during our Zoom meeting. So, yeah, work with the material. And once again, do not hesitate to contact me. I am here for you this semester. I am of service to you to help you get through this class and to be successful in medical terminology. Thanks for your time.